Hi, so I've heard you still cannot deep squat. Well, to discuss this matter further, we need to get to the ground. Deep squat is one of the essential mobility skills that you can have. It is so natural to the human body that we are able to do that very soon after being born. A deep squat isn't just an exercise, it's a built and resting position your body absolutely loves. Settling into it helps release tightness, improve mobility, and give your joints a gentle break, especially when standing or sitting for too long. It's a small pause that brings huge relief. In our practice, it's also a key movement base. In acrobatics and locomotion, we work close to the ground, and the deep squat becomes the place where everything begins. From here, you can launch into jumps, rolls, transitions, and low-level flows with stability and control. It keeps you grounded, mobile, and ready to move in any direction. Mastering this position is an essential ability that supports almost every skill performed near the floor. If you are one of majority people who lose this ability as they get older, don't worry. In today's video, I will show you how to unlock your deep squat again and how to integrate it into your movement routine or even a daily life. Even though a deep squat seems simple, it's not one skill. Rather, it's the integration of several physical qualities. Dorsiflexion is the ability to lift your foot toward your shin, or as you can see, the ability to drive your knee far over your toes without lifting your heel off the ground. Strong dorsiflexion helps you squat deeper, land softer, and move with better stability and power. Hip flexion is lifting your thigh toward your chest, like when you walk or squat. Hip external rotation is turning your thigh outward, helping you open and stabilize the hips. Together, they're key for strong, controlled lower body movement. Thoracic extension is the movement of lifting and opening the upper part of your spine. It helps you counteract slouching, create space in your chest, and move with better posture and control. Strong thoracic extension supports everything from overhead work to smooth, efficient movement. A neutral pelvis is the balanced position of your hips where the spine can stack naturally and your core can work efficiently. In this alignment, the pelvis isn't tipping forward or backward. It sits level, allowing your ribs, spine, and hips to line up. If you are a beginner and don't know what your limiting factor is, there is a very easy set of tests that you can perform to decide what to work on. Let's start with your ankles, because honestly, for most people, this is the limit number one. To test your mobility, move your foot to a wall so that your point is touching it. With your heel on the ground throughout the whole movement, try to touch the wall with your knee. If you can do that without lifting the heel, your ankles need more attention. Another usual suspect are hips. Sit on the ground with your legs forming right angles as you can see here. Now try to switch sides by turning over your legs. If you can do this without supporting yourself with your arms, you're good to go. If not, you want to address your hip mobility more. Sometimes the issue lies in your balance. To test if this is the case, try dropping into a deep squat and straighten your arms in front of you. This way, they will serve as a counterweight to help you stay balanced. If you can sit comfortably in a deep squat like this, but not without your arms straightened, you will have to work on your balance. Now that we know what our limits are, I will show you a set of essential drills that will help you improve every aspect of a deep squat. Tibialis raises are a powerful drill for building ankle mobility and lower leg strength. By lifting the front of your foot toward your shin, you train the tibialis anterior, the muscle that controls dorsiflexion. Stronger tibialis muscles help you squat deeper, absorb impact better, and move with more stability. It's a simple exercise that creates real change in how your ankles and knees handle everyday movement and training. Go for 3 times 10 reps. The calf stretch opens the backside of the lower leg. After strengthening the front of the ankle with tibialis raises, this stretch helps balance things out. It gently lengthens the calf so the ankle can move freely and support deeper, cleaner positions. It's a simple way to round out your mobility work and keep your lower body feeling open and ready to move. Try 2 times 30 seconds on each leg. Knee over toes pulses build on the mobility you've opened in the previous drills. With the ankles warmed and the calves lengthened, this movement teaches your knees to travel forward safely while staying supported. The gentle pulsing helps you explore deeper ranges, strengthen the tissues around around the knee and improve control in low-level positions. It's a smooth way to reinforce the mobility you've been building and prepare your legs for stronger, more confident move. Go for 3 times 15 reps. Toes elevated squats are a simple way to train better ankle mobility. By lifting the front of your feet, you shift more focus into the ankles and encourage deeper dorsiflexion. With time, this helps you sit lower, keep your heels grounded, and build cleaner squat mechanics. It's a controlled drill that opens the ankles, strengthens your range, and improves the way you move in every lower body exercise. Try to go as low as possible, 4 times 10 to 15 reps. You already know this one. Set up in the 90-90 position by placing your front leg in a right angle and your back leg in a right angle behind you. Sit tall and make sure both sit bones are grounded. From here, slowly rotate your torso to the other side, turning your legs over. Move with control and keep your hips square instead of twisting through your lower back. If it is easy, you can start lifting yourself up on your shin using just the strength of your hips and legs. This drill teaches your hips to rotate cleanly and builds real stability. Go for 3 times 10 reps on each side. Stand tall with your core lightly engaged and your supporting legs straight. Lift one knee upward as high as you can without leaning back or rounding your spine. Pause briefly at the top and keep your foot flexed to stay active through the front of the hip. Lower with control instead of letting the leg drop. The goal is to move only at the hip, not by shifting your torso or bending your standing knee. This builds strong, usable hip flexion that supports smoother movement. Go for 3 times 10 reps on each leg. Step your feet wide and turn your toes slightly out. Shift your weight toward one side, bending that knee while keeping the other leg long and the foot planted. Sit your hips back as if reaching for a bench, keeping your chest lifted and your bent knee tracking in line with your toes. If the depth feels too challenging, sit back onto a bench or elevate your heel for support. Move slowly and avoid letting the knee collapse inward. Each rep should feel like you're opening the hips a bit more. Go for 4 times 5 to 10 reps on each leg. For this thoracic opener, place a foam roller across your upper back and gently lie over it with your knees bent and feet on the floor. Support your head with your hands, tuck your pelvis and activate your core, then slowly let your upper spine extend over the roller. Take small breaths and let your ribs open as you move up and down a few segments. The goal isn't to force a big stretch, but to create gentle motion through the upper back. Go for 3 times 30 to 45 seconds. If you don't have a foam roller, you can use a roll mat or, for example, a yoga block. For wall slides, stand with your back against a wall and your feet a few inches forward so your spine can stay long. Press the back of your head, ribs and arms gently into the wall. Then slide your arms upward like you're making a slow snow angel. Keep your elbows and wrists as close to the wall as your mobility allows. Move with control and focus on opening the upper back and shoulders. It's a great way to reinforce the thoracic work you just did and improve overhead positioning. Go for 3 times 30 to 45 seconds. To train our balance for a deep squat, we'll start with feet activation. Take off your shoes, put one sock in front of you and try to lift it using only your toes. Once you get a hold of it, start doing circles with your foot, keeping balance with your supporting leg at the same time. You might feel your foot cramping. If so, pause for a while and stretch your toes before trying again. This is a very potent exercise that can be done anytime during the day. Go for 2 times 30 seconds on each leg. Next, we're gonna use a counterweight. Stand with your feet about shoulder width apart and hold a light weight out in front of you. Let the weight act as a counterbalance while you sit your hips straight down into a deep squat. Keep your chest lifted, your heels grounded, and your knees tracking in line with your toes. Move slowly and use the weight to help you stay balanced at the bottom instead of tipping forward or backward. Gradually start using smaller counterweight, then only extend your arms, and finally you will be able to sit in a deep squat without any problems. Go for 4 times 60 to 90 seconds. Now that you know what to do, it's also important to mention how often and how much. What I really love about this deep squat routine and drills is that you can actually integrate it into your warm-ups or even rest days. Doesn't matter where you are or what you do, you can always just start working on it. It's not really necessary to overdo it, so I think like 5 to 10 minutes a day will be enough. Also keep in mind that consistency always beats intensity. So if you have a few spare minutes, you can use them wisely and work on your deep squat. One thing are the preparation drills, but people usually forget all about the importance of breathing and relaxing. When we are in the deep squat, we don't want to be all tensed up, because that way, of course, our muscles and tendons will be tensed and it will be much harder for you to maintain the deep squat. Instead, you really want to teach your body to relax in the bottom position, to breathe into your belly and let your body know that it is not in danger. Breathe through your nose and use long exhales to really ease up and loosen the tension. After all, a deep squat is supposed to be a relaxing position. Put it all together and you can start spending more time in your newly unlocked deep squat. If you need more assistance, it is a very good practice to hold on to something and discover the deep position safely and comfortably. Explore some micro movement in the lower position, notice how your body feels, breathe calmly and try to relax. Slowly try to lose your grip to really feel your weight in your hips, lower back and ankles. The support can be also extremely useful when getting back up. If your ankles are still not happy, try elevating your heels and explore your deep squat in this position. Don't overdo it though, usually a small elevation is just enough. Gradually go lower with your heels until finally you will be able to sit in a deep squat comfortably without any support. Congratulations, you have unlocked your deep squat and shifted your mobility to another level. With this position, it will be much easier for you to enter any locomotion or soft acrobatics moves. As your lower body gets stronger, a deep squat will become your best friend. And don't forget that this is not only about training or practice. Personally, I sit in a deep squat very often during the day, when working on my laptop, brushing my teeth, or sometimes even when I'm eating. In today's world, this might seem weird, but honestly, this deep squat integration into my daily life works miracles on my body and unlocks mobility on other levels naturally and without too much effort. So go for it, claim the deep squat and make it part of your life too. If you enjoyed this video and have found it useful, please like, comment and subscribe to my channel, which will really help me to get discovered by other people who are interested in mobility, handstands, acrobatics and movement in general. Thank you so much for watching, I wish you good luck with your deep squat and I hope to see you in the next video.